Mhm.
But Jim Ross has his 900 number going at this time, and there was legitimate talks at this point. This is just a few weeks removed from Starrcade '97. Hulk Hogan's contract actually ends the night before the Royal Rumble in real time. Could you imagine if number 30 in this Royal Rumble is Hulk Hogan and it's Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock in 1998, with Hulk Hogan coming down to the ramp to finish this match?
And winner faces either Shawn or Undertaker. Like, look at just the
Yeah.
names of that alone. And if they did do that, like, God, if there's anybody as big as Stone Cold right now, it is Hogan because of his regenerated character.
Way past his prime too.
For
I mean, like,
sure.
think about the like. Here's the other thing that we don't talk about enough, and I hate piling on Hulk in the time that we lost it, but like, say all you want about the finish of Hogan's Sting because they obviously screwed it up, and talk politics all you want. We'll take that out of the equation. It was still just another Hulk Hogan match. And that was kind of the other problem at the time because you had like this Shawn Michaels finishes the match against The Undertaker with a broken back and does it at a 10 times athletic rate than the main event of Starrcade '97. And it's really no slight to Sting or Hogan. They were just both way past their prime. Where you get Shawn Michaels, who was the best to ever do it in his prime, and he could still do it with a broken back. And that's really like, we talk about the work rate, and obviously there's a lot of reasons WCW felt, but the real reason that WWF starts winning is they started the generation, they doubled down on the athleticism, and they found a bunch of hungry lions to come out and kind of continue waving the banner for the Fed.
For sure. And Hogan and all those guys going to WCW opened the door for everyone. Like,
it was probably addition by subtraction, which is
yes.
incredible to say about Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage.
And like all those guys, I've heard Shawn and Brett talk about it to like to so much extent. Like, we know that we're the guys that can give more quality matches. We just need the screen time to show our characters off. And yeah, I mean, are you going to have a character as big as Hogan ever? Maybe with a few rare exceptions. Probably count on one hand.
And you got two of them right now getting hot at the right time, which is incredible. But I want to talk about that for a second because we don't spend a lot of time talking about the modern day product. But one of the common things throughout CM Punk's run and the end of John Cena's, the beginning of Roman Reigns' was who's going to grab the brass ring. And I think about that a lot to the sense of you get the chance at this point where your biggest star that you had at the time, Bret Hart, left. The guy that built the company up in the 80s is gone.
Yes.
You had Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock to have the ability to grab the brass ring in this moment, because all of those guys had left and you didn't have anybody else and you needed somebody to do it. Like Cena was able to at the beginning of the Ruthless Aggression era because Rock went off to Hollywood, because Austin got hurt and was gone. And it's almost, like when the torch got passed to Roman, he didn't really get the chance to do it because there was so, like, even to today, I mean, The Undertaker was just on NXT last week, which is a horrible idea, by the way. Right. And I'm going to throw this out there. Like, I've been watching Taker's podcast since him and Michelle McCool have been doing it. And like, he's made comments like he's joking about going back to work. And like he just interviewed Shawn Michaels, and spoiler alert for anybody that watches Taker's podcast. He legitimately was like, we need to redo that match in Saudi Arabia because of how bad it was. And he was serious. Like, he would say he was joking. He was dead serious. And Shawn was like, listen, I've had so many great ones. If I got one bad one, I can live with it. I have no interest in doing that. Yeah. I'm legitimately concerned about Mark Calloway's ability to move on in life.
Chasing that dragon.
From The Undertaker. Absolutely. And like, talk about part-timers all you want, and I think there's a serious problem with that, especially in WWE's product today. But the reason that the tribal chief became the character it was and is because there wasn't anybody around to kind of put the glass ceiling. Nobody's ever going to put the glass ceiling over Roman Reigns, but to hold him back. And the guys like Brock Lesnar that he worked with that were part-timers are just such a one-on-one freak athlete that it doesn't really tamper expectations for that match, right?
Oh, I 100%, because like back then, like Hogan or whoever, Savage, Piper at the time doing part-time business,
just so limited.
Yeah,
athletically.
And so that's what Brock at least trained as much as he could, and just a freak
and it's
athlete
probably just the
anyways.
greatest athlete of all time.
And
Like,
honestly,
honestly speaking,
I've loved the way they built Roman just being the, like, anytime he's gone for 5 months or whatever, that music hits, you got a Stone Cold Roman Hogan S-star, Cena's to some extent. But back then though, they were just so limited on what they could do, and we were on the rise of seeing these big names that we will talk about, way down the line here on them being the special attraction and being so much more than maybe some of their predecessors.
That was just a glimpse into what Analyzing Attitude has to offer. If you liked what you saw here, here's what we suggest next for you. And
if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you:
like and subscribe.